So it's more than a few months ago, in February, a friend of mine sent me a little care package, as she often does, and it was books. It was 2 books. This was one of them. Can you see it? Mark Napo, The Book of Awakening. And that was probably February. Oh, here comes a kitty. It was, the perfect book at the perfect time, as it always is with the things that Liz sends me. Here comes the cat. He's gonna sit on my book. Anyway, I have been reading this book, and when the shutdown happened, it really, so I started hearing, I don't know if you want to call it intuition or the voice in your head or spirit guide or God, whatever, telling me that there was a lot of people who were going to struggle through this time. Oh my goodness, I might have to stop because of this cat. Anyways, and that people were going to be home alone, and that's not great for everybody. Not everybody does great being isolated, either by themselves or just with their families or pets or whatever it was. I heard that I should read this book every day on camera, which those of you who know me know that makes me kind of nervous. I'm a bit camera shy. And so I kind of pushed it down. Oh, he's back. I kind of pushed it down, and I was going through my own kind of sadness and grief. And as much as I wanted to extend myself for other people, I just didn't have anything left in my reserve at that point to give. For months now, I've been hearing to read this book. Oh, he's so sweet. To read this book daily. So I don't know who out there needs it, but I know it's more than just me. Oh my gosh, can you get over how sweet this kitty is? He is one that we have been fostering, and we want to keep him, but job situations being what they are, we don't have the adoption fee just yet, but we will. He is really the sweetest kitty. We have a sister also. Anyway, oh I'm just gonna keep going because this is good stuff. I was already behind, getting the book in February, because it's a day book, so you read a passage every day. Oh my goodness, kitty, come here. Here, go on, go on. And now he's gonna go tear something up because he's mad. Kitty. Today being August 31st, I'm definitely going to read that. I'll probably make a separate video because I wanted to read this passage from May 8th first. I hope you can hear me over the air conditioner and the purring. I tried to do it without the air conditioner on, but we're here in South Texas, and they said the heat index was going to be about 100, and humidity is probably around 128% humidity, so trying to do this without the air conditioner on would not happen. I'm going to read May 8th first, and then I'll make another video for today's day, August 31st. Let me put my old lady eyes on. So this is called The Issue of Fairness. And he usually has like a little opening line and then the body of the text, and then at the end it's like a few moments of mindful focus. And he often asks you to sit outside or meditate slightly, and so it brings to mind the words in the Bible that are be still and know that I am God. And whether you are religious or Christian, Muslim, Hindu, agnostic, spiritual, whatever you are, you probably know that stillness is a really important thing. Taking time to just be still. And even if that's just listening to the voices in your own head, as long as they're not telling you to hurt anybody or hurt anyone else, you're all good. That's kind of your guidance system. I'm going to hold this fat cat and I'm going to attempt to read this. And I am very nervous, so forgive me if I stutter or lose my place. That's just how it is. May 8th, the issue of fairness. As long as we see what has come to pass as being unfair, we'll be a prisoner of what might have been. This is a very painful issue to discuss for most of us, because so much of how we see the world hinges on a sense of fairness and justice, those truly noble human concepts that govern how we treat each other. But the laws of experience in the natural world, in which we have no choice but to live, do not work this way. Rather, the larger universe, of which humankind is a small part, is a world of endless possibility and endless cycle, a world in which life forms come and go, a world itself that has erupted and reformed countless times. This is why the Hindu tradition has a deity known as Vishnu, who both destroys and bestows life, often in that order. Although fairness and justice are beautiful gravities by which we as human creatures try to live with one another, the storm and the germ, the termites eating the foundation of your home, the errant stone breaking your windshield, the wave swamping your little boat, these molecules of experience do not understand what fair is. They just bombard us in the endless cosmic dance of life that just keeps happening. When I was struggling with cancer, I was asked repeatedly to release my anger at the injustice of having cancer. Quite honestly, I felt a great many things: fear, pain, anxiety, frustration, uncertainty, exhaustion, but I did not feel that having cancer was unjust. When was I or anyone promised perfect health? An ant can struggle for yards with food in its mouth, only to have a dead limb, tired of hanging on, crush it. What makes human beings presume to be exempt from such things? I know now that, over the years, my own cries that life is unfair have come from the inescapable pain of living, and these cries, while understandable, have always diverted me from feeling my way through the pain of my breakage into the reformation of my life. Somehow crying unfair has always kept me stuck in what hurts. Come on. I offer what has surprised me in my pain, that life is not fair, but unending in its capacity to change us, that compassion is fair and feeling is just, and that we are not responsible for all that befalls us, only for how we receive it and for how we hold each other up along the way. It's true stuff there. Sit outside if possible and watch the pollen carried on the wind. Meditate on how some of these pollen grains will become flowers and how those flowers will wilt and seed other flowers yet to be. Meditate on how the human drama, with all its unknown turns of events, unfolds in much the same way. Breathe deeply and look at the many dreams and mistakes and joys and pains of your life as pollen on a larger wind. Some will grow and some will not. Do not deny your pain in experiencing life. Cat hair. But try to heighten the hurt by labeling it. Oh, I read that wrong. Do not deny your pain in experiencing life, but try not to heighten the hurt by labeling it tragic or unfair. Try to hold the pain of your changes with compassion rather than justice. So I really felt like that's a great passage for this time dealing with COVID, because it's not like a branch falling on an ant. It's not like one of us getting cancer or losing our home. It's everywhere. It's affecting everybody. Doing what cats do. And we're all experiencing the effects of COVID differently, but we're all experiencing something. I don't know of anybody who's having an amazing ecstatic experience right now and just feeling their best. I have friends, I have homeless friends, and I have multimillionaire friends, and I have agnostic friends, I have pagan friends. Dude, don't spill the coffee. I have friends who are Christian pastors. I have friends from every walk of life and every socioeconomic part there is. And I seriously, this cat is out of control. He's Mr. Love. I don't know any of them who have not been affected. So I guess if anything was ever fair, a disease, or the idea of a disease, or the impact of the idea, oh my God, he just clawed me, of a disease, okay, you gotta go, now you're being too rough, has affected everybody. And if fairness ever existed, I guess that's where you would find it. I just wanted to read that one because it seemed timely, even though it's from May 8th. He just jumped up and poked himself in the eye with my finger. Sorry. And now there's kids running down the hallway. So, intermission.